For sure, Chinese and Serbian people have many things in common. These shared vibes create a rock-solid base on which their friendship can stand strong through the tests of time and challenging times. Li Ming, China's ambassador to Serbia, shared his views on the strong and lasting bond between the two peoples. Ambassador Li, welcome to the program. China described Serbia as its ironclad friend, Serbia, our bestie. How do you think this ironclad friendship is made?
In my personal opinion, has three pillars of the bilateral cooperation. First of all, of course, is the strategic guidance of bilateral our leaders of both countries. In the past years, our presidents of the two countries have met for many times and kept a very frequent exchange of letters and correspondence. In the year of 2023, President Xi Jinping and President Vučić have met during the International Forum of Belt and Road and other occasions. And after the Belt and Road Initiative International Conference, the Prime Minister of Serbia, Madame Brnabić, visited China again for the Shanghai World Import Expo. And President Xi met with the Prime Minister Brnabić again in Beijing. Only in 1 month time, both leaders have met for twice. I think that has showcases the high-level exchanges. The frequency is very high. And I believe this is the fundamental reason of directing our bilateral relationship from high to high. And the second pillar is our deep political trust. China and Serbia respect each other on the basis of equality, mutual understanding, and mutual respect. The third pillar is our economic cooperation and cultural links. I remember in 1970s and 80s, Chinese people always watch the movie of Serbia and former Yugoslavia. And the famous song, 朋友再见, Farewell to Our Friend, is very popular in China, even until now. So we like the civilizations and the culture of each other. In recent decades, our friendship has been reinforced by more practical cooperation. Chinese companies have helped Serbia to build the first highway, first bridge, and first high-speed railway in Europe. That has greatly enhanced the livelihood of people of Serbia. For example, the famous railway between Serbia and Hungary, the part in Serbia has progressed very well. In the last less than 2 years, the passengers of the railway have increased hugely, now surpassed 6 million passengers. That even changed the lifestyle of Serbian people. So the three pillars, I believe, is the fundamental reasons of China and Serbia. We can become an ironclad friendship.
Ambassador Li, how would you describe the intention of China and the Chinese companies doing investments and projects and businesses here in Serbia? Because the Western media tend to think that China has political agendas in mind when it makes inroads into Serbia. What do you think?
I have to say, the cooperation between China and Serbia in business and investment is fundamentally mutually beneficial. It's not something political, although it benefits hugely from the political environment, political relationship between our two countries. I think that's the top priority, because China and Serbia, we have very good friendship. That's why Chinese companies and Serbian companies would like to cooperate with each other and engage for further cooperation. Under the very important initiative of Belt and Road, this was proposed by Chinese President Xi Jinping more than 10 years ago. China and Serbia have started the cooperation. This is on the basis of mutual benefit, mutual interest. It's not something forced upon each other. It reflects the complementarities of both countries. As both friendly countries, it's very natural that Chinese and Serbian companies will work together for further benefit. So many good examples have showcased that our cooperation have benefited both countries. China plays advantages in the areas of infrastructure, science, biotechnology, and other areas. You can see the Serbian people have benefited a lot. And Serbia companies also export a lot of agriculture products, wine, and other specialties to China market. Only 2 months ago, China and Serbia signed the free trade agreement. That's the 29th free trade agreement in the world for China. I believe this shows the very strong will of both countries to enhance our cooperation. And our complementarities can be further developed after the FTA come into effect as quickly as possible. So any kind of accusation against China and Serbia cooperation is, I believe, is a lack of ground and maybe out of misunderstanding or prejudices. I hope those media or commentators, they can come to Serbia, they can go to China to talk to Chinese companies, Serbian companies, and the peoples of both countries. Then they will have a very objective conclusion how our cooperation have benefited our two countries and also benefit the larger, the bigger region in Europe, which has set a very good precedent and example for countries of different sizes in the areas of cooperation.
Ambassador Li, talking about the Western commentators and reporters, they tend to frame the issue of Serbia's strategic path as an either-or proposition, either joining the EU, reuniting with the European family, or forging closer ties with Russia and China. Do you agree with that proposition?
Serbia is an independent, sovereign country. I believe the foreign policy of Serbia is decided by the government and the people of Serbia. I think China's foreign policy with Serbia is based on mutual respect, mutual benefit, and mutual trust. This is not in conflict with any other bilateral relations, which I think we can, in China's philosophy, we can go together well with each other and complement with each other. Look at China's very important initiatives of Belt and Road and the three important initiatives of Global Development Initiative, Global Security Initiative, and the Global Civilization Initiative. These all point to China's new philosophy of diplomacy.
Many Chinese friends have fond memories of the sports celebrities, from Djokovic on the tennis court to Djokic at NBA to Milutinovic coaching the Chinese men's football team back in the day, all the way to Yankovic, the current head coach of Chinese men's football team, and also the basketball team. Of course, here we talk to a number of Serbians. They have fond memories. They have very nice things to say about China and the Chinese people. Being here for a couple of months, Ambassador, how do you personally feel about Chinese-Serbian friendship?
I arrived in Serbia only 3 months ago. In the last 3 months, I have been deeply immersed into the friendship of the people of Serbia. I met with many senior officials of Serbian government, and also I met and talked with the Serbian people. Thank you for mentioning these very famous stars of sports in Serbia. That's another area of cooperation between China and Serbia. I think it's kind of inheritance and to the future, because our friendship dates back to many years ago, and now we are having the new energy of cooperation and friendship. We have very fond feelings between China and Serbia. When I was young, I remember the famous movies of Serbia I mentioned, and the song are even now very popular. In China, we have a very famous old saying, the relations between countries, the fundamental issue is the people-to-people links. That can decide the future of the bilateral relationship. So I believe we have very deep and fundamental relations of people to people that can make our relations even develop from strength to strength.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Li Ming. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Hub on CGTN. I'm Wang Guan from Belgrade, Serbia. I'll see you again soon.